8 hidden signs they secretly see you as more than a friend. Old Stoic Wisdom. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. Osho. Have you ever found yourself wondering if a simple glance, an unexpected silence, or an offhand gesture meant more than just casual friendship? Could it be that someone has been sending you signals, trying to communicate feelings that go beyond words? Welcome to Stoicismwin, where we dive into the intricacies of the human mind and uncover the hidden truths behind our behaviors. In today's exploration, we'll reveal 6 subtle signs that someone might secretly view you as more than just a friend. These clues, rooted in psychology and human emotion, are often overlooked, yet they can speak volumes. Stick with us until the end, because the 4th sign could totally shift the way you perceive your closest relationships. Let's get started. Point number 1. Their attention has a strange consistency. They notice the little things: your new haircut, the tone in your texts, the mood behind your silence. This isn't just being attentive, it's emotional investment. As the old Stoic principle teaches, a person who has mastered themselves will notice the world without letting it distract them. But when someone truly sees you for who you are, they become attuned to your emotional state on a deeper level. According to Dr. Arthur Aaron's research on intimacy, this is an indicator of genuine connection, as their mind, guided by selective attention bias, prioritizes your emotional well-being above all else. They remember what you've said, even the fleeting mentions. Perhaps you mentioned your favorite comfort food in passing, and on a tough day, they show up with it, almost as if by instinct. It's not coincidence, it's intentional. Your emotional state has etched itself into their mind, and they subconsciously prioritize it. This isn't something they do for everyone. It's not a routine gesture or a checklist. It's specific to you. You stand out, and they know when something's off. In those moments when you're silently struggling, trying to hide behind a facade, they see right through it. They sense the change before you even speak. That moment when they ask, "What's wrong?" without you ever saying a word, that's the work of emotional radar, a skill cultivated not only by their attention, but by their desire to be there for you, no matter how small the sign may be. This kind of emotional resonance is what truly sets them apart. So remember, this is not just a sign of friendship. It's a sign of something deeper. Don't underestimate the importance of this kind of attention. The Stoic warrior keeps his mind focused on what truly matters, ignoring distractions. And the same can be said for someone who truly sees you. They've learned how to tune out the noise of everyday life and focus on the things that matter most: your emotions, your words, even the spaces between them. Be grateful, because this is a rare kind of investment. The old Stoic principle of emotional detachment doesn't mean being cold, it means recognizing what's worth your focus. And this person has decided, without a doubt, that it's you. Trust it, notice it, and don't take it for granted. You must value this connection, for it is the true embodiment of iron mind, steadfast, unwavering, and determined. If you've experienced this kind of attention, share your thoughts. Point number 2. They consistently seek physical proximity. One subtle but telling sign that someone may view you as more than just a friend is how often they seek out your company in person. It's not just about being around, it's about being close to you. Whether it's sitting next to you during group events or finding excuses to be near you in casual settings, their desire for proximity speaks volumes. Psychologist Dr. Arthur Aaron's studies on attraction highlight the importance of physical closeness in building emotional intimacy. This isn't just a desire to be near you physically, but an unconscious effort to form a deeper emotional bond. The Stoics valued inner strength and emotional balance, yet they also recognized that human beings are social creatures, and physical presence often enhances emotional connection. By seeking out this closeness, they're expressing a silent yet powerful longing for deeper connection. Think about the times when they've made an extra effort to stay near you, even if they could have easily chosen a different spot or been elsewhere. It's subtle but meaningful. In the Stoic view, this behavior is not about impulsive desire. It is a calculated, meaningful choice. It is an attempt to build a bond that transcends mere friendship, to silently communicate a deep sense of connection. If you've noticed them always positioning themselves near you in social settings, don't ignore this. It's a powerful sign that they want to be close to you in more ways than one. If you've ever noticed someone seeking your physical proximity, even in the most subtle ways, it's more than just coincidence. It's a sign they may see you as more than just a friend. If you feel this deep connection, drop a comment right now. I value the closeness that speaks volumes. True connections are built with presence, not just proximity. Point number 3. They react differently when you're vulnerable. There's a shift when you share something raw. Unlike a typical friend who might just sympathize or say, "You'll be okay," they go deeper. They lean in, truly present, not just passively hearing, but actively absorbing every word you speak. And then, days later, they circle back. "How's that thing going?" they ask, not because they forgot, but because they've held it with them. They've carried your words, your pain, your fear, your joy, in a way that proves they're more than just a casual friend. This is a sign, a clear indicator that they see you as more than just another person in their life. This is deep emotional investment, something that goes beyond the surface level. In Stoic philosophy, Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Your vulnerability, your emotions, how they respond to those is a reflection of their character and their feelings toward you." This phenomenon, known as empathetic tracking, is rooted in the subconscious emotional bond we create when we care deeply about someone's well-being. People who are emotionally connected to you don't just acknowledge your vulnerability, they mirror it, they protect it, they tune in, not merely out of politeness, but because your emotional state has become intertwined with their own. This bond is rare, one that can only be forged through genuine empathy and connection. It's not just about remembering the details of your conversation, it's about absorbing the feelings, the pain, the triumphs, and the struggles you've shared. It's about carrying that with them and bringing it up at the right time, ensuring you feel understood, heard, and seen. Imagine telling them about a difficult family situation or an insecurity that has been gnawing at you. A week passes, and then they ask, "How's that thing going?" This isn't just a casual check-in. This is care encoded into attention, an unspoken understanding that you matter to them beyond the fleeting moment of the conversation. They didn't just listen, they absorbed. They internalized your pain, and now they are offering you a chance to share the progress or the struggle once more. This kind of behavior transcends simple friendship. It is a sign of emotional safety, of mutual respect, and above all, loyalty. They have entered into your vulnerability with you, and in doing so, they've created a space where you can feel safe to be yourself, to express your fears, your weaknesses, and your dreams. This is the essence of true emotional connection, and it aligns perfectly with the wisdom of the Stoics. The Stoic teachings remind us that the path to wisdom is not merely about mastering ourselves, but understanding others deeply. As Epictetus teaches, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. When someone listens and reacts to your vulnerability with this kind of care and understanding, they've shown you that they are not only connected to you, they are in tune with you. They are not letting go of the emotional bond, no matter the distance or the time that passes. They protect your vulnerabilities as if they were their own. And in this world, where connections are often fleeting, superficial, or short-lived, the ability to find someone who demonstrates this level of emotional care and commitment is rare. Don't let it slip away. Don't take it for granted. The paths of wisdom have taught us that the highest form of care is shown through the way one responds when you reveal your most tender parts. A friend can offer a pat on the back or a kind word, but someone who truly sees you as more than just a friend will step into that space with you, will remember, will check in, and will stand by you. This is the person who becomes not only a friend, but a companion in your life's journey. In modern life, We are often surrounded by distractions, social media connections, shallow conversations, fleeting interactions that don't dig deep. Yet, the Stoic path, the path to Stoicism tells us to look beyond these illusions and recognize the power of meaningful connections. The people who demonstrate this level of care for you are the ones who will remain a constant presence in your life. And they won't just stand by passively. They'll support you, help you grow, and hold your vulnerabilities with strength. When someone shows this level of attentiveness to your emotions, when they react to your vulnerability by leaning in, remembering your words, and offering genuine care, they are showing you a level of commitment that goes beyond friendship. They have entered into your emotional world, and this is a powerful bond, one that deserves to be nurtured. You must understand that this is more than just a fleeting connection. This is a path that leads to deeper, more profound emotional intimacy. Do not take it lightly. Don't settle for relationships that fail to offer this level of emotional safety and connection. In conclusion, when someone reacts to your vulnerability with genuine care, when they remember your struggles and ask about them days later, they are showing you that they see you as more than a friend. This isn't just a sign of affection. This is a powerful declaration of emotional safety, loyalty, and mutual respect. The Stoics would have called this wisdom. In modern terms, we call it mastery of human connection. Recognize it, appreciate it, and protect it. The paths of wisdom are clear. Do not settle for less. Only surround yourself with those who see you for who you truly are, and will be there, time and time again, to support you as you walk your journey. You must choose to walk this path of strength, understanding, and emotional mastery. Point number 4. Subtle jealousy wrapped in casual words. When a man silently harbours deeper feelings for you, the signs can often be subtle, easily overlooked, yet deeply revealing when you learn to recognise them. One such sign is subtle jealousy, wrapped up in what seems like casual remarks or playful teasing. Imagine you're talking about a new friend, or mentioning someone else who has caught your attention, and suddenly his tone shifts. At first, you may brush it off as harmless or think he's just joking around. But deep down, what you're witnessing is micro-jealousy, a quietly powerful emotion that a person might not be ready to fully admit, even to themselves. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology confirms this behaviour, showing that people tend to exhibit low-level competitive behaviour when it comes to romantic interests, even when they're not prepared to openly confess their feelings. This can manifest as teasing, changing the subject abruptly, or becoming quieter when you talk about someone else in a way that seems out of the ordinary. Now, these kinds of comments may sound playful, such as, "Oh, him again," or "Wow, you've been talking about her a lot lately," but don't be fooled by their light-hearted tone. There's more happening beneath the surface. These words may seem innocent, but they are layered with something deeper. An emotion that has been carefully masked under the guise of casual conversation. You might think it's harmless banter, but in reality, it reveals an emotional investment in your life that goes far beyond mere friendship. This kind of behaviour isn't toxic. Rather, it's a window into someone's true feelings, an unspoken desire to know that you are focused on them and not on others. It's a desire for attention, validation, and emotional closeness. If you pay attention, you might start to notice that when this person subtly slips into these conversations, it's not by accident. They may attempt to insert themselves into the topics you're discussing or make comparisons between themselves and the other person. This is where things become especially telling. It's not about trying to control the conversation or manipulate your thoughts. It's about positioning themselves emotionally, placing a quiet stake in your world. This silent action shows they want to be noticed, to be seen, and perhaps to claim a more significant role in your life. The Stoic principles, often emphasizing self-awareness and emotional control, help us understand this dynamic more clearly. A man with an iron mind doesn't act out of impulsiveness, yet he does understand the subtle dance of emotions, both his own and others. Through the lens of Stoicism, we can see that these subtle shifts in behaviour are signals of emotional involvement, not just harmless words. This kind of emotional positioning is something that transcends mere friendship, and understanding it requires the wisdom of a Stoic. The Stoic teaches us to be aware of our emotions, to control them, and not let them control us. In the same way, when you see these signs, don't let them slip by unnoticed. It's not about being manipulative or trying to force a particular outcome. It's about understanding the depth of emotional connection that might be at play. The truth is, the way someone reacts to the idea of you talking about another person, especially when there is a sense of jealousy wrapped in seemingly innocent words, is a powerful sign that they care in a way they might not be able to admit outright. You need to be aware, to train your mind in the principles of emotional intelligence and Stoic awareness, because these signs are often not overt. The Stoic teaches us not to jump to conclusions, but to observe and reflect. If you pay attention to the subtle changes in behaviour, the shifts in tone, and the little comments that might seem insignificant at first, you'll begin to see the truth of what's beneath them. It's an emotional investment, a quiet claim for a more prominent role in your life, and an unspoken desire for more than just friendship. Don't brush these signs aside. Recognize them. The iron mind of the Stoic understands that emotions often play out in subtle ways, but the true power lies in knowing how to interpret them without being swayed by them. So, observe these hidden signs and pay attention to the emotional positioning that may be occurring. Don't let your own feelings cloud your judgment. Instead, stand firm, observe, and use the Stoic mindset to navigate these quiet yet revealing moments. If you've noticed these subtle signs, you're already ahead in understanding the deeper layers of emotional connection. The Stoic way is about awareness, control, and understanding emotions, not letting them control you. Now it's time to truly recognize these hidden signs in your relationships. Please comment below. I am mastering the art of emotional awareness and understanding. Point number 5. They treat you like a secret priority. When someone secretly sees you as more than just a friend, their actions will often communicate this far more clearly than their words ever could. One of the most telling signs of this is when they treat you like a secret priority. You're not officially their partner, yet it often feels like you are. They make the effort to go out of their way to be there for you, adjust their plans to accommodate your needs, and remember even the smallest details about your preferences. This behaviour isn't random, it's intentional, and it reveals how deeply they value you, even if they haven't explicitly labelled your relationship. Psychologist Dr. Lisa Firestone describes this as emotional pre-commitment, where a person starts behaving as though they're already emotionally invested, even before any official romantic label is attached. It's as if they've already embraced what it means to care for you, even if they haven't said those words out loud. It's a practice of love that mirrors Stoic wisdom. Your actions align with your internal truth, even when no one is watching. In modern life, this might show up as something seemingly small, like them sending you a goodnight text every night, but not doing the same for others in their circle. It could also manifest as them checking in with you during stressful moments, offering support and care that they don't extend to others. This isn't just being considerate. This is someone who is treating you differently from everyone else, quietly and consistently, because in their mind, you are more than just a friend. These invisible upgrades in how they treat you are a powerful indicator of their deeper feelings. They may never outwardly declare their affection, but in every thoughtful gesture, in every action they take to make you feel important, they are practicing what it would feel like to love you. These actions speak volumes about their true feelings, even if the words aren't there yet. It's a reflection of practical stoicism, where a person doesn't need to announce their intentions with grand gestures because their behaviour, rooted in genuine care, speaks for itself. In a world that often encourages verbal affirmations and big declarations, the Stoic wisdom here teaches us that sometimes the most profound signals come from the quietest actions. Don't mistake this quiet, deliberate care for something casual or meaningless. It's a clear sign that, even if they haven't said it, They already see you as something more than just a friend. Their actions are their unspoken confession, their subtle yet unmistakable declaration of how much they care. This kind of behavior is a testament to the power of Stoic principles, aligning one's inner truth with their external actions, living as though you're emotionally committed long before any formal commitment is made. It's not about rushing or forcing anything. It's about letting your actions speak louder than words, and in this case, their actions are telling you exactly what they feel. Point number 6. They share their inner world with you, but only you. When a man opens up to you, revealing the core of his being, his fears, his dreams, the childhood trauma he's carried for years, or the career anxieties that have haunted him, this is not something to be taken lightly. He's not just talking for the sake of talking. He's giving you something that he doesn't give to everyone. He's inviting you into his inner world, and this is a privilege few ever experience. This isn't casual bonding. It's far deeper than that. It's a profound act of trust. As the ancient Stoic Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Trust, in this case, is not something that's freely given. It's not handed out carelessly. When a man shares his deepest fears and desires with you, when he tells you things he's never shared with anyone else, you are receiving a rare and sacred gift. This is a sign that he views you as more than just a friend. You have earned access to the most intimate parts of his life, the parts of him he's kept hidden from the world. In modern life, where emotional walls are high and personal privacy is often guarded with extreme caution, such a moment is exceptional. It's not just a casual conversation. It's a sign that he trusts you with his vulnerabilities, his weaknesses, and his past. This is no small thing. When he says something like, "I haven't really told anyone this," or "This is something I've kept to myself for years," recognize the weight of those words. He is not just sharing information with you, he is letting you into the fortress of his emotions. This is a man who is revealing who he truly is beneath the surface, hoping that you will accept him, flaws and all. The greatest victory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. These words from the Stoics speak to the heart of what is happening in this exchange. It's not about perfection or the absence of mistakes. It's about embracing one's flaws and rising above them. By sharing these personal truths with you, he's trusting that you will see his strength in his vulnerability, that you won't use his past against him, but rather respect it. You see, this is a man who is letting you into his sacred space. He's not just seeking connection. He's inviting you into his safe zone. He's making you his emotional sanctuary, the place where he feels free to be his true self without fear of judgment or rejection. Think about it. In a world where people are increasingly isolated, where trust is a rare commodity, being the person he confides in is not something to be taken for granted. It is, in fact, a gift. The act of emotional disclosure is a powerful bond, one that carries the potential for deep, meaningful connection. This bond is not built on surface-level conversations or casual interactions. It's forged through vulnerability, through shared truths, and through the understanding that this exchange is sacred. When a man chooses to share his deepest fears and desires with you, he is giving you a piece of his soul. This is not a small thing. It is a demonstration of emotional exclusivity, something that transcends the typical boundaries of friendship. He is offering you his trust, his respect, and his hopes for the future. This trust is not something to be taken lightly. It is something to be protected, nurtured, and respected. This emotional intimacy is one of the rarest forms of connection, and it requires a deep sense of responsibility. You are now the keeper of his most precious truths, and with that comes an unspoken obligation to honor and safeguard what he has shared with you. As you continue on this path, you must ask yourself, do you value this trust? Do you respect the vulnerability he's shown? Are you prepared to hold space for his emotions without judgment, to stand by him as he navigates his fears and his past? These are questions that demand serious reflection, because when someone opens up like this, they are placing their faith in you. and that faith is not something to be squandered. You must become the kind of person who can handle the weight of this responsibility. You must become the kind of person who walks the path of wisdom, who understands that this trust is sacred, and who is willing to keep it safe. The Stoics taught us that true strength lies not in avoiding pain or discomfort, but in embracing it and rising above it. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This quote from Seneca reminds us that the fears we carry are often far greater than the challenges we face. When someone opens up to you, they are not just revealing their fears, they are revealing their humanity. They are showing you the parts of themselves that have been wounded, the parts that have been scarred by life's trials. This emotional exchange is more than just sharing stories. It's about creating a space where both of you can be fully present, fully real. If you are the one chosen to walk this path with him, don't take it for granted. Understand the gravity of what he's offering. Don't let this trust slip through your fingers. Embrace it, protect it, and let it grow into something that transcends friendship. When a man makes you his safe space, he is not just connecting with you on an emotional level, he is showing you who he truly is, and he's hoping that you'll stay. This is the kind of bond that lasts, the kind of bond that stands the test of time. It's the kind of bond that leads to real, lasting connection. The path of wisdom is paved with trust, and if you walk it with him, you'll find yourself in the company of someone who has let you in, not just as a friend, but as someone he values beyond measure. Remember, Stoicism wins. When you earn the trust of someone like this, you must hold it sacred. You must rise to the occasion and protect the vulnerability they've entrusted you with. That's the way of true wisdom. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Share this with someone who could benefit from understanding the depth of emotional trust. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom. Comment to remember. Strength is in embracing and guarding vulnerability. Point number 7. Their silences speak volumes. Ever notice how some silences feel comfortable with them? It's not uncomfortable, but rather comforting, as if the space between you both is filled with meaning. Then, there are those moments, those key emotional exchanges, when they suddenly fall silent. You might think it's awkward, but it's not. What you're witnessing is a form of emotional hesitation. You see, when someone develops deep feelings for another, they often experience what psychologists call emotional flooding. It's overwhelming, like a rush of emotion they can't quite contain or express in words. Instead of verbalizing it, they retreat into silence. It's like their mind is buffering, processing more than they can manage at once. The silence, far from being an empty void, is a rich space filled with unspoken thoughts, emotions, and realizations. As Dr. John Gottman, a renowned relationship expert, explains, silence between two people can either signal emotional distance or emotional weight, depending on how comfortable they are in that silence. The key lies in the level of comfort during those quiet moments. If they sit in silence with you but remain fully present, it means they're not withdrawing or shutting down. They're processing their emotions and thoughts. Imagine you're walking together, perhaps after a long, deep conversation. The words have slowed, and you both fall into a lull. There's a temptation to break it, to fill the air with something, anything. But somehow, neither of you does. In that silence, there's a sense of mutual understanding, one that doesn't need to be expressed with words. It's as if the quiet is telling a story that words simply can't capture. In that moment, you may feel like you're at a crossroads, unsure whether to speak or let the silence continue. But here's the truth. That silence is often saying more than anything you could articulate. They're not pulling away. They're leaning in, processing their feelings toward you, building something stronger than just conversation. This insight resonates deeply with the Stoic rules, where control over emotions and understanding the power of silence play a central role. It's part of practical Stoicism, where the ability to endure emotional storms without needing to immediately express every thought is not just valued, it's essential. In today's fast-paced world, we often overlook the importance of quiet moments, equating silence with discomfort or awkwardness. But in truth, silence can be a powerful sign of connection, a moment where both parties understand each other on a deeper level than words can express. You must learn to recognize that silence is not your enemy. Don't rush to fill every pause with words or force a response. Instead, allow the space to exist. Take a page from the Stoic philosophy. Be comfortable with discomfort. Let the silence be a space for reflection and connection. When they sit with you in silence, fully present, it's not a sign of disinterest, it's a sign of a deeper, unspoken bond forming. This is the kind of bond that transcends fleeting conversations and grows into something stronger, something far more profound. So, when those moments of silence arise, don't panic or second guess. Recognize them for what they are, powerful signals of their inner world, a world that is more deeply tied to you than you might realize. When you understand the weight of silence, you'll see that the most meaningful connections don't always need words. And in doing so, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the unspoken rules that govern relationships. The Stoic rules of self-awareness and emotional control aren't just ancient wisdom. They're practical tools for understanding the complexities of human interaction in the modern world. Trust in the silence, embrace it, and recognize it for the message it carries. Point number 8. They show concern when you're facing difficulties. One of the most revealing, yet often overlooked signs that someone might view you as more than just a friend is how they respond when you're struggling or facing challenges. The concern they express is not just a casual, surface-level check-in. It's much deeper than that. It's in the way they make an effort to truly understand what you're going through, how they show up for you in ways that go beyond the typical, "I'm here if you need me" kind of support. When you're going through a difficult time, someone who sees you as more than a friend doesn't just offer generic advice or empty words of reassurance. They take time to really listen, to understand your feelings, and offer genuine support. They might ask thoughtful questions that show they're not just listening, but actually absorbing what you're saying. It's the difference between someone saying, "You'll be okay," and someone truly sitting down with you, letting you vent and showing empathy and understanding. In those critical moments when you're feeling emotionally drained or overwhelmed, this person's response will show how much they care. They might not have all the answers, but they'll do their best to be there for you, making sure you feel heard and supported. This could mean sending you a thoughtful text, checking in with you, or even offering their time or assistance when you need it most. It's in the small gestures, those moments where they go out of their way to make you feel like you're not alone in the struggle. From a Stoic perspective, this kind of concern is more than just emotional expression. It's an embodiment of their emotional investment and commitment to you, not just as a friend, but as someone they deeply care about. The Stoics believed in emotional mastery, and someone who is emotionally attuned to you, who shows up for you when you're most vulnerable, is embodying that principle. They understand that true connection doesn't come from superficial gestures, but from being present in the moments when life is tough. This kind of care speaks volumes about their feelings toward you. It's not just about wanting to fix your problems, it's about standing by your side, offering a shoulder to lean on, and showing that they value your well-being far beyond a typical friendship. It's a quiet act of emotional investment, one that reflects a bond deeper than words. The person who shows concern in this way doesn't need to declare their feelings for you because their actions already speak louder than any verbal confession ever could. Not everyone is capable of this level of emotional care, especially in challenging times. Many people will simply acknowledge your struggle and move on, but someone who treats you as more than just a friend will actively work to ease your burden. They see you in a way that others might not, and their care goes beyond obligation or duty. They've chosen to be there for you because you matter to them, not just when things are easy, but especially when life gets tough. When you're facing challenges, and they take the extra step to check in on you, to make sure you're okay, or simply offer a comforting presence, it's a powerful indication of their deeper feelings. It's not just about offering a quick solution, but but about showing that they truly value your emotional well-being. So, if you've noticed someone doing this for you, don't take it lightly. This is a person who has shown you a level of care and emotional investment that goes far beyond mere friendship. It's a sign that they are, without a doubt, seeing you as someone who holds a special place in their life. This kind of concern is not always overt or loud, but its impact is significant. In a world where people are often too busy or preoccupied to truly listen and offer support, it's rare to find someone who will be there for you when you need it most. If you've experienced this kind of care from someone, recognize it for what it is, a powerful sign that they care for you in a way that transcends friendship. Hey there, thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this journey with me today. I really hope these signs gave you some valuable insights into understanding those subtle yet powerful signals people send when they may see you as more than just a friend. It's amazing how these small things can change the way we interpret relationships, isn't it? Now, if any of these signs sparked a memory or made you think of someone in your life, don't hesitate. Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I'd love to know which of these resonated with you the most. Whether you're seeing someone in a new light or just thinking back to a past connection, your experiences are what make this conversation even more meaningful. Let's keep this discussion going. And if this video made you rethink someone's actions, maybe you've noticed things that were previously flying under the radar, hit that like button. It helps us out more than you know. If you want to keep uncovering hidden psychological truths that could change the way you look at the people around you, go ahead and subscribe to Stoicismwin. We've got so much more on the way to help you understand the fascinating behaviors of the people in your life. Now, a little piece of sincere advice for you. Relationships are complex, and they're built on trust, communication, and sometimes simply paying attention to those little things people do when they care more than they let on. But remember, these signs are just that, signs. They're not guarantees, and jumping to conclusions too quickly can do more harm than good. So while it's important to be aware, don't rush the process. Take your time, trust your instincts, and when you feel ready, have those important conversations with the people who matter to you. If anything, let this video serve as a reminder that relationships, whether romantic or platonic, are filled with unspoken moments that can reveal a lot. And sometimes being able to read those moments can lead to deeper connections and better understanding. Thank you so much for spending time here today. Your support truly means the world. So take care, keep your eyes and heart open, and always be true to what feels right for you. Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and keep nurturing the connections that matter the most. See you soon!